Even though the Rav4 is without a doubt one of the best cars ever made, everything has pros and cons. Despite having controlled the market for a long time, Toyota is modernizing it for a purpose. Though we personally prefer the latest Rav4 model, this generation needs to stay competitive, and it's a good thing, at least in theory. Still, this is something to be concerned about. Prepare for an update to the Rav4, which will usher in a new era for the business. Top of the rankings for Toyota, although it has to be updated, especially for SUVs with the Rav4. However, with the advent of the next generation, all trim levels will see price rises of more than $2,150, so be prepared to squeeze pennies. And for that reason alone, this is a terrible time to be a passionate Rav4 fan. This beast is in desperate need of an upgrade, and therefore, we think the big one is well worth the small expense. Furthermore, a lot of things are changing, and we'll talk about them in a moment. Before we talk about the modifications that go beyond the price tag, let's be clear about one thing. Let's be honest though, consumer reviewers and testers haven't always been enamored with the non-hybrid Toyota Rav4's performance. Moreover, rust is an element that cannot be overlooked, despite the fact that there are several other reasons why a car cannot perform to its maximum capacity. As of 2019, the position of the connector that links the cable to the back wheel motor provides an environment that's conducive to the buildup of dirt and moisture. Corrosion is mostly caused by road conditions. This circuit must be totally separated from the rest of the vehicle in order to operate as intended. Unfortunately, even after being detached, the circuit continues to collect calcium and dirt, which leads to corrosion. Toyota replaced the component in the middle of 2021 in an attempt to address this issue in some cases. However, it's been found that the recently developed product doesn't have the expected results after looking at a few autos. The Toyota US division initially suspected corrosion problems with the high voltage wire as early as October 2020. In Canada, the company published a warning requesting that individuals check for corrosion, replace any damaged cables, and assist customers whose warranties had expired. Conversely, if a Toyota dealer discovers rust and you're still covered by warranty, the company will replace the cable at no cost to you, but only if the cable is under 3 years old or has fewer than 60,000 kilometers, about 37,000 miles on the odometer with the supply. According to the Association for the Protection of Motorists, drivers shouldn't consider replacing the defective component. It's meant to last the car's normal lifespan, and Toyota needs to take accountability if it cannot withstand the conditions on our road. George Iney, director of the APA, stated, "Today, after the warranty has expired, the component costs $4,500 plus labor, and in some cases, the total cost is over $6,000. George Iney argues that an engine from another manufacturer might be purchased for that amount of money, despite the fact that several complaints have been sent to the APA. There are several issues around the parts availability for the Toyota Rav4 hybrid and prime vehicles. One of the biggest problems is how long it takes for clients to get a replacement cable. This might take weeks or even months. Toyota customers who have experienced issues with their vehicles have been irritated and dissatisfied as a result of the situation. One disgruntled customer is John Thomas Landry, the owner of a 2019 Rav4 hybrid whose repairs are expected to cost $6,000. After he complained to Toyota Canada about the caliber of service he received, the car maker made an offer to pay 2/3 of the outstanding balance in order to permanently resolve the dispute and keep the details of the deal hidden. Conversely, John Thomas turned down the discreet offer and decided to inform people about the situation by starting a Facebook group. With almost 3,200 users on Facebook, Hugo Sebastian Albert, a previous Rav4 hybrid owner, assists John Thomas with page management. The hashtag Cablegate was coined in reaction to the widespread exposure that the cable program has received. An APA employee named George Iney expressed his appreciation for Toyota's effort to rally automobile owners, pointing out that many of them were quite passionate about their vehicles. Members of the Facebook group have been waiting months for a significant announcement on a cure that would apply to everyone from the car maker. For the majority of Rav4 hybrid and prime customers, a straightforward warranty extension would be quite relieving. Hugo Sebastian and John Thomas have collaborated to arrange the media coverage of the issue, which has been covered by radio, newspapers, and other specialist broadcasts. The components of the hybrid system are guaranteed for 8 years or 160,000 kilometers as opposed to the traditional warranty of 3 years or 60,000 kilometers. APA claims illogically that Toyota Canada doesn't consider the high voltage cable to be a part of the hybrid system. George suggests that in order to cover the cable under warranty, Toyota Canada should update their terms of service. George Iney also requested payment for customers who switch to higher voltage cables but are no longer covered by warranties from the manufacturers. The Automobile Protection Association, or APA, also recommends lubricating or sleeving wires that are still in good condition in order to minimize corrosion. Corrosion is the main cause of the broken wires in the hybrid system components. Thus, it's important to delay its treatment as long as possible to prevent more problems. All the actions taken in reaction to the Cablegate incident have as their primary goals prolonging the life of the hybrid system's component parts and saving consumers money on maintenance. Customers who take precautionary measures such as lubricating or sleeving wires can reduce the likelihood that they will have this issue again. Still unanswered is the following. What action will Toyota Canada take going forward to resolve the Cablegate controversy? This is a question that many owners of Rav4 hybrids and Prime versions are asking. A business official said in a written statement that is now impossible to determine. They denied Radio Canada's request for an interview, stating that the issue is still being considered by the courts. In the meantime, owners of Prime and hybrid Rav4 models have to be aware of the issue with damaged wires in their vehicles. If the damage is not repaired, they may have the same problem again in a few years. The broken wires, a part of the hybrid system, provide electricity to the car. The system may cease working entirely or function less effectively as a result of these wires deteriorating or failing. There might be a serious risk to safety from this, especially if it happens while operating a vehicle. Toyota is recalling almost 1.9 million Rav4 SUVs in the US due to a defect that may potentially cause a fire. The vehicles in question are from the 2013 to 2018 model years, a broad period that encompasses the majority of frequently used SUVs on the road. The recall concerns a potential issue with some replacement 12-volt batteries that, due to their smaller size, may not be properly secured. If the hold-down clamp isn't securely fastened, the battery can shift when spinning quickly or forcefully. Toyota is actively developing a solution to this problem. Note that the 2024 Toyota Rav4 will debut on Australian dealer lot in December of that year. And that's it, guys. Watch this space for further Toyota development and subscribe to our channel for more details.